Good morning. It's about 7:30 on Wednesday, May 29th. Leaving the alpaca farm finally, heading back into the woods. Today my goal is about 14.5 miles to the Knot Mall shelter, and light rain for the first few hours. So there's no avoiding that, but better than what yesterday's weather was for me anyway. So we're back at it. Follow along and we'll see what we see today. This is kind of what it looks like as I'm leaving the area. Such a pretty area. And that's a hostel area that I stayed in last night and the night before. See if I can find my way back on trail. I'm going to do a little bit of road walking, not much. And we'll be back. It's about 8 a.m. I'm back into the woods. It's really wet and drippy back in here. It's supposed to be up to 70 degrees later today. There's no breeze, which is terrific, at least not back in here. And it's not cold at all. I'm in my rain kilt above my shorts, and I got my wind shirt, t-shirt on, and my rain jacket, only just to keep the water off me as I walk through these bushes and all. You have to be careful with your stepping though, your footing, because you can slip and fall in this muck. I mean, it's a nice trail when it's dry, but at the moment it's kind of muddy. So I meant last night at the alpaca farm, there are like 7 other hikers that made their way into the shelter. Met a lot of new people, and honestly, the group that came in, they were all great, and I could honestly see myself hiking with some of these people. I enjoyed their company that much. I started off this morning with an older gentleman from upstate New York. He doesn't have a trail name. His name is Tim, and we've kind of been hiking together. He's a little older than me, but we enjoy each other's company, and I could see some potential there in terms of hiking together for a little while, but who knows. I'm kind of going a little faster than some of these people. They're all a little bit slower. So my day today is I'm hoping to get 14.5 miles to the Knot Mall shelter, and I know I'll get there and that will be fine. Tomorrow's going to be a little uncertain. The first shelter is 10 miles away. Second shelter is 20 miles away. And there's only one camping spot on the map in between, called the Davis something shelter or campsite. It's not a shelter. It has mixed reviews in terms of how good it is as a site. That's where I set my sights on. It would be a 17-mile day, and I know I can do that. But I think what I'm going to do tomorrow is bypass the first shelter at 10 miles and see if I can find a site, just like a stealth campsite, anywhere around 13 to 15 miles out. If I can't, then I'll push to that 17-mile campsite. If it's not very good, I might push for a 20-mile day tomorrow and get to that second shelter. Last 3 miles tomorrow, if I go to the 20-mile mark, would be downhill. So I think it's possible. But anyway, tomorrow's not supposed to be rainy at all. Friday's going to be another decent rain day, but I'm going to stay out in it. And yeah, that's kind of where I stand right now. This is where I'm at. Quite honestly, I think I may have taken the wrong turn. So I'm on a fire road right now, and I stopped for a minute. Tim went ahead, but it looks like the signpost is down here. So maybe I turn right up here. I don't know. Maybe there's an entrance to the left here. I'll have to look at my maps to make sure I'm going the right way. All right, so I'm coming across this sign that says Davis Cemetery. That's something I was hoping to see, but I don't really want to walk down through that overgrown trail to get down to it. So I'm going to bypass it. It says headwaters, middle fork of the Stone River, and it says near early settlement known as Davis Fancy in 1748. So Slayth County, Virginia. Yeah, it looks like Tim went back to the cemetery to check it out. He went through that trail, but I don't think I will. It's kind of mucky, and the trail is very muddy this morning, and potential slipping hazards. It's kind of where I'm at right now. It's still pretty out here. Light rain, very light, so not bad. It's 8:25. This is the initial part of our climb. Pretty mellow, but beautiful. So just came through this gate down here from a smaller field, and it opened up into this much bigger field. So Now we're heading towards those hills there up ahead. That's where we're climbing. Up and over. All right, so we just left the field and went right back into the woods. So green and dark in here and overgrown. Not the trail per se, but just the area in general. It's beautiful. Light rain has picked up again, or started up again. Thankfully, it started up while we're covered with these trees, so we're not really getting wet. It wasn't going when we were out in the fields, but today I think the rain stops here in the next hour or so, and it's very light. Tomorrow it's supposed to be very, very light if it rains at all. I don't think it's supposed to rain tomorrow. It's Friday where it's going to be a bit rainy, so we'll have to manage that when the time comes. By Friday, I'll be around Bland, Virginia. There's no intention of stopping, maybe to resupply if I need to, but I don't think I need to. I'm about 6 days out from Pearisburg, and I will definitely stop in Pearisburg and stay overnight and resupply. I'll need to. There's a grocery store at mile 610, which I plan on getting to Saturday. I don't know if it's a grocery store. It's actually a gas station grocery store, but they offer showers and tenting right behind their facility. And I'll probably take them up on that. The tenting is $6, the showers are $3. But my reason for that is it kind of gets me out of the woods and closer to civilization for the night. And so I might do that. It's right off trail. But this is pretty back in here. I'm currently going down. I know I have a climb coming soon, but all is well. Currently at 10 o'clock, I'm going up a steep climb. This is straight ahead, and that's going up. It's pretty steep. It's been a while since I've had that steep. It's a short climb. That's where I'm coming from. Still sprinkling. I'm out on my own at this point. Tim stopped about a mile and a half to 2 miles ago, probably to use the bathroom, and I haven't seen him since. He said I was faster than him, and we both got an earlier start than everybody else at the hostel, so I might be out in front most of the morning or the whole time. We'll see. But this is just a short climb. I have some bigger climbs ahead of me today, and so yeah, might be time to put some music in. It's about 11 o'clock. I just came from this direction, and this is the direction I'm heading. The rain has stopped for now. It's been a steady slight rain. Looks like a really nice campsite down there, though I'm not going to stay there. This is what caught my attention. So maybe this was a through hiker or something else. I don't really know, but somebody posted this on the tree. So anyway, making my way. I'm about 8 miles out for where I'm going to camp tonight. So another 4 hours, probably 3 to 4 o'clock. I'm going to stop when I get down to the valley where the Quarterway Inn is. There's a canopy tent down there where you can kind of rest. So I'm just going to go down there and kind of take the pack off, maybe eat my lunch down underneath the canopy tent. So that's the plan. It's about 12:15. This is the valley I'm heading down into. So I'm coming down off a mountain. I think I got about a half mile, maybe 3/4 of a mile to get down to the bottom. Then there's going to be another climb that I have to get up and over to get to where I'm staying tonight. I want to say I'm probably about 5.5 miles out from where I'm staying tonight, maybe 6. There's still going to be a big day tomorrow, so we'll have to see how that plays out. So the rain stopped quite a while ago, and it's pretty nice weather for hiking. It's just that the trail is really mucky and easy to slip and slide on, so I have to take it easy. If it were dry, I could go a lot faster. But anyway, I'm going to make my way down this side of the mountain, and at the bottom there should be a road crossing, I believe, and a hiker that's section hiking that's going southbound. We met him last night. He said that that there's some sort of like canopy or something that you could rest under. So I'm gonna check that out and maybe have my lunch down there and before I push on. But all the people that were at the hostel are behind me on the trail and probably coming into that shelter after me at this point. I got an earlier start than they did, and it appears that I'm hiking a little faster than everybody this morning. So anyway, I haven't seen anybody since I've been out here, except for Tim earlier, I think it was, and I haven't seen him since this morning. So yeah, there's a nice water feature down there. Looks like I'm going to cross over it here in a minute. But the trail is really wet, really slippery just from all the rain that's been going on. So yeah, I'll get through this and I'll be on my way. Currently 12:45. I'm 10.2 miles into my day. I have about 4.3 miles to get to the shelter, or 5.3 miles to get to a tent site past the shelter. I'm looking at the 5.3 I want to go a little further today, so I have less tomorrow. Tomorrow's supposed to be a good day for hiking though as well, so we'll see. It's muggy in this grass area right now, which makes it a lot warmer than it needs to be. But otherwise, it's a good day for hiking. So yeah, I'm hoping that canopy at the roadway up ahead that I've heard about is there, because I'm ready for it. But anyway, yeah, it's nice. I'm the only one out here right now. I ran across what I believe to be some day hikers down there drying out all their gear. But yeah, I came from that mountain there somewhere. That's where I just came down. It's about 1:10. This is the direction I just came from. I'm about 3.5 miles out from my shelter. So there's a barbed wire fence here, or a fence of some kind. It looks barbed wire. Anyway, there's this, I guess, cow gate. So I'm gonna climb over this with my pack on, get over the wire fence and down the other side. That's the plan. We'll see how it goes. I'm not gonna be able to do this with my phone on though, so I'll let you know if I get to the other side okay. All right, all is well. I made it through. So let's push on to the shelter. See where it gets us. Hopefully I see some of these people I met last night again, because they were all good people. I enjoyed their company. And I get the sense I might connect with some of them a little better than some of the others that I've been hiking off and on with. So yeah, it's just that I appear to be the faster of all of us. And if that's the case, I may not be able to keep their slower pace. I don't know. So we'll see. But it is just green, green, green everywhere. It's all grown together here. It's beautiful. And there's the blaze. Okay, so I'm alongside this river walking on plank board because it's kind of marshy. Looks like a good fishing spot. And it appears that there's a farm up here to the right, so somebody lives up here. The trail runs right alongside it. Hunting, fishing, trapping, or trespassing for any reason. So they want people to know that there's none of that. These plank boards are kind of giving, so I have to be careful so I don't fall through them, but I don't think I will. Yeah, nice little river system. Nice little homestead back in here, but I'm gonna shut this down so I can get through here. All right, so I'm on my final climb for the day. It's gonna be steep here after a while. And I'm going over my third barbed wire fence slant gate system here. This is the tallest one yet. So yeah, fun. Anyway, up and over, that's the only way. So let me go ahead and put the phone away and do this. It's a little past 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm about 2 miles out from this shelter, 3 miles out from the campsite if I choose to do that. And I was told about this pavilion that was gonna be on the side of the road here, and sure enough, there's a covered pavilion here. It looks like parking. So I'm gonna go over to it. Has charging stations apparently. I'm actually gonna make a meal here and relax for a little while. There's a bathroom nearby apparently, so that's cool. There's the Bear Garden Hostel and Chapel up ahead. I can stop at if I want. There's the privy over there. So I think that's a privy, but I know there is one. And there's some vehicles parked here, so there are people out hiking or something. But I'm gonna go underneath this area and make my meal. I might make my lasagna my dinner right now. And yeah, then I won't have to make it later. So I'm the only one here. All the other hikers are behind me. They'll probably make their way here as well. But I'll spend the next 30 minutes here anyway, just relaxing and having something to eat. Okay, it's about 3 p.m. I just spent about 35 minutes up at the pavilion eating lunch and charging up some of my electronics. I had electrical outlets there, so I charged up my phone, which was draining fast, and my little music player. And anyway, that's where I came from. And this is a roadway I crossed to get to that pavilion I went to. And now I'm heading this way. I haven't seen any other hikers at all. There was a hiker that was going southbound about 2.5 hours ago. Otherwise, the people that I stayed in the hostel with, I haven't seen them at all. At each of these little entrances, there's been like trail magic left, but it's all been gone by the time I got there. So people leave their trash. Hopefully the people who left the trail magic will come and clean it up. But anyway, so every little junction has had something like this, and every little one, they've been completely empty and I've missed out, which is fine. It's just that hopefully they come back and clean them up. So I'm about 2 miles out. It's going to take me about an hour to go 2 miles, maybe a little longer, because this is going to be a big climb until I get there. Actually, you know what? I don't think it's all a climb. It's 2 miles to the shelter, but there is some downhill on the backside. So it's probably about 1.5 miles uphill and a half-mile down. And yeah, so let's do it. Get there and decide what our next move is. If I'm going to go down a little further to the further campsite or just stay at the shelter. But I wish I'd seen some people, and you know, it's nice to have others out here. I don't know if you can see in through the trees there, but the pavilion's over there. I think that's meant to be the privy or bathroom. I didn't try it out, but there's a little creek running here. Nice little stop, nice little rest. Now it's time to get back at it. It's currently 4:13 p.m. Coming up on the Knott Mall branch shelter here shortly. I'm supposed to be within 1/10 of a mile of it or closer. I haven't seen anybody all day other than Tim this morning, and southbound hiker probably about 8 miles back. So it's been kind of a lonely day. You know, it's thankfully not raining, but it's sprinkled a few times on me, and it's overcast. Tomorrow is supposed to be dry. I'll have to see if I can get a weather report. I don't know if I have cell coverage back here, but I can also get weather through my GPS device. So this is what it looks like. It looks like there's a campsite here that people have used in the past. I know there's some campsites past the shelter. So I'm going to check the shelter out, but there's a likelihood that I'm going to be the only one there tonight. I don't know where all the other through hikers went off to that were at the shelter with me last night. There's 7 others, 6 that were going northbound, 1 southbound. And yeah, I would have thought that I would have seen some of them already, because I thought some of them were fast. Maybe they'll be coming in later. Maybe they won't be. Maybe they took a different option. I don't know. But yeah, as it stands, it looks like I'm here by myself right now. So hopefully that changes. And they have a privy. There's the trail. The trail goes down that way. There's supposed to be a privy here, and the water's down that way. So I'll figure that out. Now, I don't know if I'm going to stay in the shelter or not. It looks like there's a broom in there where I can sweep it out. I may just stay in the shelter tonight so I can get an early start in the morning. We'll have to see how that plays out. It's about 6 p.m. I made it to the Knott Mall shelter. I've been here for about an hour. I went down and got water. I decided to put myself up in the shelter because all of the tent spots are pretty much muddy, and I don't want to deal with that. So I'm right here. Right now, I appear to be the only one at the shelter. Hey there. This is kind of what it looks like around the shelter. That's where my bear hang is.
All right, good.
Right there.
I guess water's down that way?
Yeah, it's quite a ways down, but yeah, it's down that way. There's a privy up the trail here. I got water going down the other trail, but Tim made it here. Tim is a guy I stayed with last night at the hostel. Another hiker's just coming through. And then 2 section hikers set up there.
Spot right there.
So
And then there might be some other ones too.
We'll take a look, see what's out there.
But there's definitely
New federal
it's about 7:35. We have Tim and I think it's Dale out there talking about ultra racing. And then Lucky's making his dinner over the fire there. Nice having a fire tonight. And I still appear to be the only one in the shelter tonight. Everyone else is tent camping. I don't know if anyone else is going to come in tonight, but yeah, hopefully we start off with a nice warm day tomorrow. That'd be great. Okay, wrapping up my day. I'm currently set up in the shelter, and pretty uneventful day overall. It started off really wet and drippy, slight, very light rain, and then that kind of cleared away. I made it into the shelter, I think, somewhere around 4:15 p.m. There was a milestone of the getting a quarter away on the Appalachian Trail, which was pretty cool. But tomorrow I'm going to be pushing about 15.5 miles. There's no good camping in that area, so I might actually stay in a hostel again. Burke's Garden Hostel is about 15.5 miles out. Otherwise, there's no camping in that area, which is going to make it rough, so I have to stay somewhere. The other options are to go 10 miles or to go 20 miles. I don't think I have 20 miles in me at this point. 10 miles is just not far enough, so I'm trying to get 15-mile days at this point. After staying in the hostel tomorrow, I can push 15 to 16-mile days after that, and everything should be fine. But all is well. So thanks again for following along. I appreciate all of your support. And again, Sunny D out.